Holidays with narcissists are just so fun. Just kidding. Actually, they're no fun at all. And their gift-giving tendencies can even be more revealing than they might want you to think. So by the end of this video, you're going to know what some gifts are that you might receive from a narcissist that are red flags that are letting you know that that person that you're in a relationship with may not be what you think. Hi, I'm Rebecca Sung, and I've been recognized as one of the top 1% of attorneys in the country, and I've written 2 best-selling books, Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a Step-by-Step Divorce Guide. And I tell you all of this because I want you to know that I have helped millions of people in situations just like yours where they're dealing with toxic personalities, difficult personalities, people who are just so hard to deal with. And I've taught them step-by-step guidance on how to get out of these relationships by negotiating your way to your best life. And so if all that sounds really good to you, then go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell, and that way you'll get notified when I upload new videos. So let's talk about the gift-giving season with that narcissist in your life, or maybe it's just a red flag that, you know, you're kind of suspecting that person, maybe a narcissist. This is the red flag, these are the red flags that'll tell you, yeah, this definitely is a person that maybe I don't want to be spending the rest of my life with. So the first thing that they might give you is exercise equipment. I actually had one of my cousins, her now ex-husband, gave her an abdominizer for one of her birthdays. This is a long time ago. I don't even think that thing exists anymore. But if they're giving you some kind of exercise equipment, then they might be telling you, you know, maybe you could look a little bit better. Maybe you need to lose a little bit of weight, something like that. It's like a subtle little message. It's like, here's a gift, and also a dig and a devalue. So, if you're getting some kind of a gym membership or a Peloton or something like that, maybe it's exactly what you wanted, but also maybe it isn't. And maybe it's a little subtle devaluing dig that the narcissist is giving to you. And if you want to know about narcissistic devaluing, check out my video on narcissistic devaluing, and you can learn all about the different phases of a narcissistic relationship there. And the second gift from that precious little gift giver is tickets to a concert that is their favorite artist. Or maybe it's a gift certificate to their favorite restaurant, not yours. Or something around, you know, here's a gift for you. I get to come with you, and it's really my favorite thing to do. Something like that. So, you know, if you get something like that, it's sort of like this subtle, you know, I don't really want to have to give you a gift. I mean, narcissists don't really like having to give gifts. They sort of feel like you're making me do something that I don't want to have to do. You know, remember that they're 2-year-olds in adult bodies. So they feel obstinate, you know, I don't want to have to do this. Nobody else should have anything. I should be the one with the attention. I should be the one who, you know, who's getting gifts. I don't want to have to do anything for anybody else. If I have to do something for someone else, it's going to be the bare minimum. And it's going to be, you know, as little skin off my back as possible. So why not give a gift that I at least get some benefit out of too? So that's kind of like the thinking around that. And number 3 is framed photos of themselves. And, you know, this kind of goes in, it helps them in a couple of different ways. One is, obviously, you would want a framed photo of just them. But number 2 is then you have to display it. And then everybody gets to see how much you adore and adulate and love this person. So it kind of is like a twofold gift that way, because now you get this picture of this person, and you have to display it, and everybody else gets to see a picture of this person out in your house or your room or wherever as well. And number 4 is something off the sale rack or the clearance rack, because remember, as I said, they don't really want to have to give you a gift. Like, this is something that they know they have to do. So they, you know, if it's a birthday or it's a holiday or something like that, then they'll do the bare minimum. They know they have to show up with something because they don't want to look bad. But if they can get something that looks like it was expensive, like it came from the right store, the right place, but they actually didn't have to really spend that much money for it, that's even better, because now they kind of delight in that a little bit. Like, look at this. Like, I don't have to really spend that much money on this person, and I get credit for giving a gift. You know, they don't think about the fact, like, oh, let me find something that's really going to make this person happy. Let me listen to what it was that they loved. Oh, I heard them mention one time that they really liked this thing. Let me go back and find it. This will make them happy. There's none of that. They don't get any pleasure from seeing others happy. Like, that's the last thing that they want. They don't want to see anybody else happy because they just want that satisfaction for themselves. And if you think narcissists are so selfish, give me a "so selfish" in the comments. So the next thing that they might give you is something that isn't even in your size. And, you know, it might be a piece of clothing or something like that, but it's not your size. And this might happen because, first of all, they maybe don't even care what size you actually are, or they haven't taken the time to look, or maybe they didn't even take the time to look at whatever it was that they were picking out because they were just so quickly trying to spend as little time, as little money, and as little effort as possible in this. Or it might be some little subtle message like, you're a tiny petite, but I'm going to give you a large because I'm going to give you give myself the opportunity to devalue you and make, you think that I think that you're fat, and, kind of give me an opportunity to call you, something without actually saying it. So, giving you something that's not your size, something like that, because, they love passive aggressiveness, especially the covert narcissist. And if you want to know more about how covert narcissists attack, check out my video on the attack of the covert narcissist, but passive aggression is definitely one of their favorite things to do. So by giving you something that's not quite your size, there's a little passive aggressive opportunity to dig at you. And the next one is a promise of a gift in the future. Narcissists are future fakers. If you want to know more about that, check out my video on future faking. But, they might even just show up with nothing for you at all and say, oh, it's because I have no money, I didn't have time, I tried to order something online, it didn't work, some other lie or whatever it is. And so they just show up with nothing, but you are supposed to be so enamored by the fact that they're going to give you something in the future, that they will do something for you amazing coming up. Next week we'll do this, or next month you'll have this. When this money comes in, I'll get you that. And that's supposed to be your fantastic gift. The truth of the matter is, even if they have no money at all, they could certainly write you a nice letter or do something for you. Rub your feet, little coupons for things that they can do for you, or something like that, some kind of effort or thought put into the situation. But if it's just a promise of something in the future, that could be a really big red flag. The next one is regifting a gift from someone else. I actually saw this happen to someone where this person received a gift of a belt buckle and a belt that this person was obviously a re-gift, and they didn't even take the time to notice that the belt didn't fit into the buckle, because they were just so into, I'm just going to re-gift this thing, and therefore I spent no time, no money, and no effort, and I hopefully get the the credit for getting this person a gift. And the last one, drum roll please, is something that they know that you hate. How great is that for passive aggression? You hate chocolate? Well, here's a big, massive box of Godiva chocolates for you. Fabulous. You know I hate chocolate. Oh, no, I didn't like. You don't like my gift for you? Oh my gosh, I spent so much time. I spent so much money. Oh my God. And now they, poor babies, become the victims because you don't appreciate them. And it all becomes about that. And so don't you dare try to bring up the fact, why would you get me something that you know that I hate, right? So there they are, the dears. If you get any of these gifts during the holidays, then it may be a red flag that that person that you're with might be a narcissist. So if you are getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist, grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet. You can get it at winmynegotiation.com, and come join me in my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. If you like this video, give it a like, share it out. There's other people out there who are getting these fabulous gifts from the narcissist. Make sure that they get it, they can share it and watch it too. Make sure that you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, and also drop me a comment. I'm so glad that you stopped by my channel today, and I wish you all the best. If you are getting any of these gifts from narcissists, time to maybe think about moving on. So, and here I am helping you to negotiate your best life, and I will see you in the next video.